Now, from the Low Country's news leader, this is Live 5 News.
Tonight, police investigating after a man was found shot in the leg in North Charleston. Police say they got the call just before 8 o'clock to Primrose Avenue, which is off of Leeds Avenue in the Dorchester Road area. When police got there, they say they found a man who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital. Right now, no word on a possible suspect or how he's doing at this time. New at 11 o'clock, Charleston County Schools will have a virtual option next school year. This news comes as the school board approves next year's calendar. Our Paola Tristan Arruda is at tonight's meeting. And Paola, when can parents expect to get more details on this virtual option?
Rob, Superintendent Postlewaite told school board members that they're going to have more information about the virtual options in March. But so far, we have a pretty good idea on what the next school year will look like.
More than 75% of Charleston County students are back in the classroom. And with the next school year starting in August, district officials are hoping to increase that percentage. But for students who may not be comfortable, district officials say there will be a choice.
We will offer virtual options for kindergarten through the 8th grade and for high school students next year. We want to continue the high school offerings indefinitely.
During tonight's school board meeting, Superintendent Postlewaite said the district is currently in conversations with neighboring school districts to see if they can join forces and offer higher quality virtual options.
We'll have to open up this school year wearing masks, and with the plexiglass dividers and the limited number of seats per classroom, we'll have to have more teachers. And so we need all of our teachers that we can possibly move to teaching in-person instruction, teaching in person.
The school board also approved a new academic calendar after taking into consideration all the comments they received from parents, teachers, and employees.
In that calendar, we took in a lot of consideration, particularly with our neighboring districts, trying to mirror days that other districts are out, and also try to incorporate professional development days, e-learning days, in trying to make sure that we have within guidelines by state laws.
That means a spring break that aligns with Berkeley County and Dorchester District 2. Board members say they had to factor in 180 days of instruction and days for teachers.
District officials still need to finalize the details about the virtual options before they present something to the school board and then to parents. But more information about the school calendar is available on our website, live5news.com. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, I'm Paola Tristan Arruda, Live 5 News.
And Charleston County joins Colleton County School District in setting its calendar for the next school year. Students there in Colleton County will start August 16th. You can find the approved calendar on live5news.com. All you have to do is look for this web story. There's still no start date, though, in Berkeley County Schools. The board will talk about next year's calendar tomorrow. They're set to hear two different calendar models and what employees in the district would prefer. That meeting is set for 5:30 tomorrow evening. South Carolina has received more than 1 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine so far. About 71% of those doses are already in the arms of South Carolinians. Around 500,000 appointments have been scheduled for those in Phase 1A to get their shots. Now, if you haven't had any luck getting an appointment, but you do qualify, Fetter Healthcare is hosting 2 first-come, first-served clinics this week. There's one tomorrow. You'll find it at the Azalea Church of Christ in North Charleston. It's on Azalea Drive. The next is on Thursday at the Baxter Patrick Library on South Grimble Road on James Island. Both clinics are from 9 in the morning to 2 p.m. You do not need an appointment, but you will need to bring proof of ID when you come. To find more vaccine sites or to get information about the vaccine itself, you can call the State Health Department's Vaccine Information Line. The number is 866-365-8110. Or you can check out the state's interactive vaccine site tool. That link is under our big red box on live5news.com. MUSC postponing, though, more than 10,000 vaccine appointments. A spokesperson for the hospital says winter weather across the U.S. impacted the arrival of vaccine supplies for the past 2 weeks. The hospital still doesn't know when they'll be getting more doses. Just a few days ago, they say they were putting new appointments on hold because of the delays. All right, let's step outside for a moment, look over downtown Charleston where the sky's clearing out and sunshine is scheduled to make a return appearance for you Tuesday. Chief Meteorologist Bill Walsh joining us now. We're even going to get a little bit of taste of spring, as you say, with the temperatures this week.
Yeah, I think so, Raphael. Those temperatures are going to stay pretty comfortable over the next couple of days. Nice and cool for tonight. Drying out behind that cold front. There's First Alert Super Doppler Max, the low country's most powerful live radar. The front now pushing off the coast. Behind it, drier air working in, and that means some fine weather on the way. A little chilly overnight, not cold, but cool. Cool enough for maybe a jacket. 40 Monk's Corner, 39 King Street, about 42 Goose Creek, 41 over in Waldoboro, some mid-40s on the coast. Out the door at the bus stop in the morning, maybe, yeah, a jacket, maybe a cup of piping hot Joe on the way to work. We're looking at around 44 at 6 a.m. Plenty of sunshine at 7 o'clock, 46, 8 o'clock, 47. Some pretty nice weather to kick off tomorrow, and the temperatures are going to start to warm up. In fact, the next big thing, not talking about a storm, I'm talking about your sunny forecast. That's coming up, and I'll tell you how warm in a few. So, hey, I know it's late, but don't go to bed just yet.
All right, thank you, Bill, and make sure to have the Live 5 weather app on your phone so you can track down those warmer temperatures this week. It's on the App Store, and it is completely free for you to download. New tonight, a Beaufort County man facing charges after police say that he followed women at a Walmart and exposed himself. Beaufort police say Anthony Brown's charges stem from a situation that happened Saturday. Police were called to the Walmart on Robert Smalls Parkway after a man followed women around the store, exposing himself and performing sexual acts on himself. Brown is now out of jail on bond. 911 calls released today show the panic inside of the Northwoods Mall a little more than a week ago. On Valentine's Day, 3 people were shot inside of the mall in North Charleston. In the time it took for police to arrive, more than 2 hours of 911 recordings were made from dozens of people. Employees sheltering people in the back of their stores, and even an off-duty firefighter in training working to stop the bleeding of one victim.
I'm at Northwoods Mall. We're over at one of the gates. I'm holding pressure on a man who's been shot.
Police are still looking for this man who was seen on surveillance video following the shooting. Anyone with information should call the North Charleston Police Department. That number is on your screen. Police say all 3 victims survived and the person in critical condition. Their condition has stabilized. North Charleston police also need your help finding a man in connection with the shooting and robbery. This is the person of interest captured on surveillance footage. North Charleston police say the man went into the BP gas station on Ashley Phosphate early this morning. A report shows they shot the owner and then took hundreds of dollars in cash. If you have any information on the robbery or the shooting, you can call Crime Stoppers at 843-554-1111. South Carolina's business leaders calling on state lawmakers to pass a hate crime law. We're just one of 3 states left without one. Now, more than 80 businesses are signing a letter with the South Carolina Chamber to make it clear that hate is not tolerated. Patrick Lloyd explains.
We asked the House to finish the good work it started last summer and quickly pass House Bill 3650.
Interim CEO of the SC Chamber, Swati Patel, in a news conference today, urging lawmakers to jump on board with a hate crimes law. It would add penalties for crimes committed against a person because of things like religion, color, race, or sexual orientation. SC Chamber Chairman Tim Arnold says passing legislation like this would send a clear message.
In order for South Carolina to remain a great place for people to bring both their businesses and their families, we have to demonstrate to the world that hate will not be tolerated here.
The conversation regarding South Carolina's absence of a hate crime law escalated in 2015 after Dylan Roof shot and killed 9 people at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston. It's also an issue stressed by activists looking for racial justice as well. Big-name companies like UPS, IBM, and AARP South Carolina are just a few to support the SC Chamber's push for reform. Walmart also on board.
The kind of diversity that makes us stronger at Walmart, a healthier company, is one of inclusion. And so we feel it's very important to get behind a hate crimes bill because the diverse people working in our organization and living in this state need to feel very valued.
South Carolina Chamber officials say they're starting a social media campaign to urge state lawmakers to pass that legislation. 500,000 Americans have died from COVID-19. The vigil to honor their lives and where relief for many Americans stands in the halls of Congress. Looking ahead, leaders on the Isle of Palm set to discuss beach parking and making the connector even more safe. The city's council is set to meet tomorrow night to talk about changes to the IOP connector put forth by the State Transportation Department. They're also expected to touch on the city's beach parking plan. Bringing artists, musicians, and performers alike to the Low Country, the fate of the 2021 Spoleto Festival as Charleston continues to fight COVID-19. A moment of silence to honor the more than 500,000 Americans who have lost their lives to COVID-19. President Biden and Vice President Harris were joined by their spouses at the vigil. Flags will be at half-staff for the next 5 days at all federal buildings and military posts. President Biden's nearly $2 trillion COVID-19 relief bill heads to the full U.S. House floor for a vote. The House Budget Committee voted in favor of sending the bill to the floor today. It includes $1,400 checks to Americans making less than $75,000 a year, as well as aid to small businesses and more money for vaccine distribution. That bill could be voted on as early as this week. The president's pick for Attorney General is moving forward into day 2 of confirmation hearings tomorrow. Judge Merrick Garland appeared before the Senate Judiciary Committee today. The hearings come 5 years after he was nominated to the Supreme Court by former President Barack Obama. In the AG role, Garland says he will restore the Justice Department's independence as well as prosecute those who participated in the attack on the Capitol in January. He was nominated by Obama, but never made it to the Senate hearing. The Senate didn't vote for it. So far, the Justice Department has pressed charges on at least 250 people who were involved in the Capitol riots. The latest person accused in the riot is from Kansas and is said to be associated with the Proud Boys. The prosecutions come as Democrats are proposing a structure for a commission to study the riot. CBS News reporting Democrats would be able to appoint 7 members while Republicans will appoint 4.
Now, your first alert forecast from Live 5 News.
Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Bill Walsh late on a Monday night. Thanks, by the way, for staying up late with us here. We've had a little bit of rain today. Talked about that, started really talking about that last night with Stephanie Sine, and of course this morning with Joey. And Chris and I were tracking those showers. They've pushed off to the east. Next few hours, we will see some pretty nice weather. 53 right now. As we move into the next few hours, those temperatures are going to be falling. Notice how degrees. We could be talking Dome of Delight weather. We'll see. We'll have to check in tomorrow. And look at this, Thursday, 72. And then into the end of the week, we might have a stray shower or two as we head into, say, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But again, beautiful weather ahead. We'll keep you posted. Starting 4:30 in the morning, by the way, with Joey Solvine right here and the whole morning crew.
All right, Bill, great job. And I understand you had an opportunity to talk with a woman who is a part of Black history of her own.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, what a great lady I got to meet today. Yep, Miss Linda Gadsden. Look at that. And she was there with her son, Shay-T, and we were talking all about the history of the College of Charleston, and she was just amazing. She was the first African-American graduate of the College of Charleston. We sat down, chatted, we talked about that. What an incredible history that she has. She's a real trailblazer, and I got to say, a real great lady. So love to meet Miss Linda and Shay-T, and they have a great family down there in Hollywood.
Congratulations to her, of course.
She's a sweet lady.
Well, thank you very much,
You bet.
Bill. It's
Great
very
history,
cool.
too.
And thank you for sharing your facey. That's what he calls selfies, the facies. Oh, we are at the last week of Black History Month. Live 5 News hosting our next Black History Month conversation tomorrow night at 10. I'll be chatting with representatives from the Old Slave Mart Museum. The building served as an auction site to sell Africans into the slave trade. When you walk into the museum, you're standing in a place that holds a dark connection to the institution of slavery in Charleston and America as a whole. Tune in tomorrow night at 10. You can stream the talk on the Live 5 News website, Facebook page, or news app. It will also be available on Apple and Fire TV, as well as Roku. For more stories about Black History Month here in the Low Country, make sure to check out the section on live5news.com. Just scroll down a little bit on the home page, and there you will see it. Looking ahead, you have just about a week left to register your golf cart in the city of Charleston. City officials say they'll start fining any unregistered golf carts parked in the public right-of-way. It's only a $5 fee to register the cart. You can find the link to the application on live5news.com. Just look for it under the big red box. Organizers with the Spoleto Festival are forging ahead with plans for performances this spring. A release from the festival says they're working to include in-person performances along with virtual if the pandemic allows. The festival is set for May 28th through June 13th. The lineup for the 45th season will be announced the first week of April.
Now, from the Low Country's news leader, it's time for the Hardy Sports Desk.
Hello everyone and welcome into sports. I'm Justin Beagle. In a matter of weeks, we will crown the best high school basketball teams in all of South Carolina. Last year, 3 Low Country girls teams brought back some hardware to the Holy City. How many will do so in 2021? That remains to be seen. It's the opening round for the playoffs in the 5A girls bracket. Somerville hosting Dutch Fork. First quarter, it's all green wave. Kylie Sims drives. Watch that rebound pass to Jasmine Grant. She'll cash in for 2 points. Calvin Davis likes what he sees. Later on, the kick out goes to Sims. Nothing but net on the corner 3, and the green wave already up by double digits. More from Sims to Ronique Polite with the strong bounce pass. Sims finishes at the rim. Somerville led by 16 after 1, and they don't look back. Your final is 69-22. We jump over to Wando, home of the Region 7 champion Warriors hosting St. James. Third quarter, Wando leading comfortably. Dylan Silver pads it with his 3-ball, not to mention that defender in her face. Then it became the Ava Curry show. Works her way around and eventually gets that kiss off the glass. Warriors extend that lead. After a 3-pointer, Chef Curry comes back for more. Tack on another 2 right here. 7 straight points for the junior, and the Sharks call timeout. Did not matter. Wando goes on to win this one 44-33. We move to 3A now. Bishop England, winners of 8 straight games, taking on Waccamaw. Third quarter, Bishop's leading by 40+. Yeah, Lily Woods on the fast break throws one up and off the glass. That drops in 25 points for the senior point guard. Woods can also hit from the outside off this inbound pass. Buries a triple. BE goes all gas, no brakes. The Bishop's passing was outstanding tonight. Princess Scott getting the job done. One of 4 Bishops to finish in double figures. BE routs Waccamaw at home 76-24. Other girls basketball scores to fill you in on. Berkeley, West Ashley, and Oceanside all see their respective seasons come to an end. Meanwhile, on the boys' side, James Island and Philip Simmons fall in their second round games. Woodland is a winner tonight, though. The Wolverines knock off Barnwell at home 63-46. To college hoops now. Charleston Southern playing its final road game of the regular season at Presbyterian. Second half, it's a tight ball game. Jaquavian Florence puts up a floater. No good, but Cedarius Bowser is there for that tip-in, and the game is tied at 69. Under a minute to go now. Deja vu for the Bucks. Flanders Fleming Jr.'s 3-ball is short. TJ Porter for the putback, but did not beat the shot clock. It is waved off, and we head to overtime. And in OT, who else? Fleming Jr. for the win. Onions, a new career high, 35 points for him. CSU pulls off the stunner on the road, winning 78-77. Meanwhile, the Citadel going for win number 13 this year. They're at Mercer. Hayden Brown hit that game winner on Saturday. Picks it right where he left off. Watch the two-handed flush. Bears kept him under wraps, though, for most of the night. This name should ring a bell. Felipe Hasse, the former Gamecock, now at Mercer, lighting it up from 3. All 17 of his points came in that first half, including 5 triples. Bulldogs trying to rally. Caden Rice with the reverse layup. He would finish with 10 points. The Citadel unable to climb out of that early hole, though. They fall on the road 88-52.
All right, Justin, next 3 days, look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous for tomorrow on Tuesday. Wednesday, gorgeous. Thursday, gorgeous. Look at that, 72. Friday, mostly gorgeous. We might a small chance of a shower. Then into Saturday, Sunday, we're still in around 20 percentile for a shower. Nice little weather system wants to move east. It depends on the moisture content, but we'll keep you posted on that. Bottom line is next couple of days, very, very nice. By the way, follow us on the app 24 hours a day. Download the weather app's different from the news apps. Got all your weather stuff there. And our iHeart radio stations, like with our pal Rick Rush in the afternoon at 103.5 WEZL and Q104.5 in the morning with Bob and Tom and our other iHeart stations.
Given that forecast, 8 stars out of 10. A lot to look forward to there with that
Very
sunshine.
Nice. Absolutely. And good if you're working outside, too. There's been a real, I mean, we've had a run of some not great days. I talked to a lot of people that work outdoors, and yes, it's finally going to be nice for you. You don't have to, bundle up and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty good.
Your complaint line will not be ringing anymore.
No, I'll take full credit because we get blamed for the other stuff, so we'll take all of us, all 4 of us back here.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a great day.